So we'll start discussion about different type of clouds like hybrid, private and public cloud. So what is private cloud? So private cloud is basically cloud infrastructure which are being deployed your own at your own business center or at your own organization. That is private cloud, your own private cloud. Then it has been owned and managed and operated by your own organization, and third party may help you for something, and some combination of some external things could be there, but majorly you own that infrastructure and cloud. Thereafter public cloud, it's very easy. You were already using Google, Facebook. These are public clouds. You can create your account and you can start communicating. So the cloud infrastructure is being provisioned from open and general public, and this has been managed and owned and operated by some large business companies and academic and government organizations, and some combinations of that could be possible. So next is hybrid, means combination of public cloud and private cloud. So basically what happens in the private cloud, you can have limited resources, limited size of uh, machines and networks are there. But if in the public cloud, large companies are there who actually have large infrastructure. So when your organization have too many customers, then in that case you switch to automatically switching from private cloud to public cloud. So there are some uh, APIs are there, so that takes place. Those APIs do all these things automatically, and these type of things are like cloud busting, means many load balancing are there, so it will do automatically all these cloud balancing, and cloud busting is the terminology used for this. Community cloud, then community cloud is basically cloud infrastructure that has been provisioned and been exclusively shared with the specific community and the consumer and organization. So it shares the mission, security, requirement, and policy compliance. So the community cloud is basically owned and managed by some organization or community, and third parties and combinations are being existing and off premises things are there. So you have to understand these type of four terminologies. Basically, there are only three terminologies, and community cloud is something different. You can say any definition, but there are basically mainly three definitions. First is private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. Then thereafter, we'll discuss in public cloud in detail that it is being offered free or maybe offered with pay as you go model by large organizations like Amazon, Google, Facebook. And mostly public and private cloud architectures are basically similar, but the issue and difference is between security, storage, and resource utilization. So the example, as we already know, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, these are operated on large infrastructure of data centers. Thereafter, some AWS, Microsoft offers like AWS Direct Connect, Azure Express Route are there. These are the customer requires purchase or lease a connection. Private cloud are being established are required some effort in the organization, like intelligence to the decision regarding the resources. So it improves business and also there is some security issues that are being addressed. Thereafter, some private data centers are there, which are generally capital intensive and require some space, hardware, and environmental controls. Electricities are there. Operational expenses as well, means operational expenses are being mm, required for the private cloud. as well as you need to put capital expenditure. So both these things you have to do for the betterment of private cloud. Then the main issue is you have to buy your infrastructure by yourself. You have to build infrastructure by yourself, then manage infrastructure, and then expertise are required for this private cloud. So the hybrid cloud is basically extension of the capacity of some capabilities of cloud that are not been possible, like some aggregation are being required, integrations are being required, customization are being required with another cloud services. So when there is large number of users, so you need to do these three type of things: aggregation of your private cloud to public cloud, integration of your private cloud to public cloud, customization of your private cloud to public cloud, then ability of basically connecting managed and dedicate some services, both private and public cloud, for the cloud infrastructure. Thereafter, in the organization, some client data on the private cloud are being used. So there are interconnected applications are there for the business intelligence, and applications are being provided for the public cloud. If the organizations use some public cloud computing resource to meet out some temporary capacity, then that cannot be met out in the private cloud. Means there are two conditions. So like some client are basically need some private data to be kept on the public cloud. So business intelligence means connectivities are required, means how the services are being provided by the public cloud provider that you can connect with your private cloud. Thereafter, some organization have some resources issue that for the temporary time being, your number of users are being increased, then you can't met out these requirement on private cloud. Then your load balancer will automatically shift some number of user to the public cloud. Then this terminology which is called cloud busting. When there's demand and cap demand is being increased, and you need higher capacity, and you need large size of deployment and usage, then private cloud or users are or data center undergo some burst, and that have to go to the some public cloud. Then during the spike in processing, some of the demands of the requirements are being met out by the private cloud infrastructure, and that support some average workload which will actually been started using based upon the cloud services from the public to private cloud. So the advantage of the hybrid cloud is the payment only basis. Extra compute resources are being required when they are needed. Then there's distributed cloud, multi-cloud, inter-cloud. These are the three other phenomena are there, where a distributed set of machines are being running in the different locations and connected to a single network. Multi-cloud are there where the heterogeneous architecture are being connected together each other, and then reducing the reliance of single vendor and increasing the flexibility through the choice. And then intercloud, some interconnected clouds are there, where cloud of cloud are being having, and then interconnected networks are being there. Network of networks are being connected. Mainly, some inter cloud help the interoperability between the public cloud service provider and having multi and hybrid cloud. And in the next class, we'll discuss about risk associated with the cloud computing. I hope you have understood about the uh, private, public, and hybrid cloud. If you have any query, then you can ask. So this is private, public, and hybrid cloud definition. And these are specific details about the public cloud. This is private cloud. This is hybrid cloud, and this is like distributed cloud, multi-cloud, and inter-cloud. Means various other definitions. So based upon definitions, but you have to mainly learn and understood about the definition of public, private, and hybrid cloud. So any query related to this part? Okay, so thanks all of you. We'll discuss in the next class.